This is my favorite arc in Mushoku Tensei. The university arc is by no means perfect. Yes, it drags on at times. Yes, the animation sometimes can be a bit iffy, but it's still a masterpiece. Why? Because of Sylphy, obviously. Her entire story during this arc was great. I've seen a lot of complaints about this whole arc being dragged on for too long. Everyone after 2 or 3 episodes of Sylphy was just like,
昔師匠に助けてもらってすごい人でね。
それは僕も会ってみたいものですね。
それは無理じゃないかな。
just tell him already! But I enjoyed this long stretch of episodes. There were a few points that didn't click with me, sure, but I still support the decision to make this whole romance build over the course of 7 episodes. Of course, Sylphy wasn't front and center during most of these, but this was done for a reason.
In the beginning,
Sylphy gets absolutely cucked by Rudy as not recognizing her the moment they met. From Rudy's point of view, this makes sense. It's been about a decade since they've seen each other, they both grew up, her hair changed color, you get the idea. But Sylphy was hoping to rekindle the friendly relationship they had in Buena Village. It's obvious that she was trying to bring things back to how they used to be, and despite Rudy's total brain fart, it still kind of worked. They both became good friends almost immediately, connecting through their many trips in the library and other places. Sylphy was able to get back the unique friendship that she was missing for most of her life. So during these 6 months, Sylphy thought she felt content with the way their relationship turned out, but as time went on, she knew something was missing. She was glad that Rudy's still friends with her, but she feels like this new identity prevents her from reaching another stage. So in episode 7, Sylphy's tempted to reveal her face, and in turn her true self, but ultimately stops because she's scared if this next stage will make her depressed. As Sylphy said, if Rudy, the boy that helped change her life, ends up not remembering any of the wonderful memories she holds dear, she won't recover, because then they all would have been one-sided, and Sylphy might as well have been just one small speck within Rudy's huge and eventful life. She's content with how things are now, being happy with their pleasant and simple bond. However, as Rudy's life continues, Sylphy can't help but feel that her presence is starting to fade. Her importance is starting to wane. Their impact in each other's lives are starting to be significantly different in scale, and while that eats her up inside, Sylphy's all the more concerned about their past. How can a simple childhood hold any weight compared to a journey across the world, or years of adventuring, or even a fight against a demon lord? They share the same home, right? That has to hold some ground.
ベイン・ディブランバ、ルーです。ベックエブザカ、ハニーテッキジークロベーケラ。
And just like that, all the leverage she might have had has seemingly vanished. Rudy doesn't even deny the statement. Nanahoshi and Rudy just continuing to talk as Sylphy grows ever more distant. Does he not even consider Buena Village to be his home anymore? Things have changed so much in the past decade, but Rudy seems to be the same person around her. Around Fitz, things are just like how they were back home. But as this foreign conversation goes on, and on, and on, Sylphy's suspicions are confirmed. She's fading away again, and she doesn't want that to happen. She doesn't want to just be friends either. She wants their relationship to mean something more. It's obvious what this means, but she doesn't want to. Ariel slapped some sense in her.
oh my god!
僕の衣服を脱がせて。
She is too precious. We must spread the word. Sylphy is best girl, and we have been charged by God with a sacred quest to take down your incest-loving, pedo-filled empire. You have held your dominance over this community for far too long, and we've had enough. If we can all agree that Sylphy is the superior waifu, then I'll be more than willing to forgive your past transgressions and... Now, with some pressure, the evil manipulator Ariel does the only good thing she's ever done in Sylphy's life and helps conduct a plan of attack. Her elaborate plan somehow works, and they reunite in a very emotional scene that definitely did not get me teary-eyed. This whole arc was great in of itself and did wonders for Sylphy's character, but we still have another side to the story that makes this whole romance come full circle.
見つけたぜ。俺の本気。俺のゴール。それは胸だ。
Rudy's entire goal with attending the university was to cure his ED. It's assumed that this was caused by the traumatic experience he had with Eris, which gave him massive trust issues. And while he's recovered for the most part, learning to trust more people over time, Rudy's ED still lingers. But despite how big of a priority this was for him, Rudy eventually gets caught up in this environment and seemingly overlooks his goal. Sure, Rudy's still researching about the teleportation disaster, but as soon as anyone needs help with anything, he immediately throws everything away. What Rudius prioritizes over everything is strengthening the bonds he has with his friends through whatever problems they face. And with Rudy's assistance, many of his friendships end up with very positive outcomes. Zanaba is able to pursue his fascination with sculptures, Cliff was able to establish a very wholesome relationship with Ellen Elise, then Nahoshi can continue her research at greater speeds, strengthening her chances of getting back home, and with Fitz, well, he didn't get much of anything out of this relationship with Rudius. In fact, Fitz's relationship with Rudius has only brought trouble with his prestige in the university and how demanding his job is. And yet, Fitz still goes out of his way to talk to Rudius. He hasn't been able to help Fitz in any way, but they are still close friends. It's been a very long time since he's established a relationship just by enjoying the other person's company. So when Rudy tried talking with Fitz in the marketplace, his behavior acted as a sign. He doesn't really know why he has this attitude, but he knows deep down that this natural relationship was bound to end at some point, just like the last one. So when Rudy finally got to talk with Fitz again, all the confusion was cleared, sure, and it's clear Fitz doesn't hate him now, so Rudy just decides to enjoy this bond while it lasts.
そうなんですか。フィッツ先輩に嫌われたかと思ってヒヤヒヤしましたよ。
僕が君を嫌いになるわけないじゃないか。
After questioning his sexuality and learning that Fitz was actually Sylphy, he did get closer with her, but was still unable to satisfy her. This made him hesitant to go after her and potentially screw everything up. But Sylphy's got that dog in her, and she's willing to go to the extreme to help Rudy out and get some. So with a little finesse, and a little charm, and a lot of hard drugs, they were able to have sex.
Congratulations! Congratulations! Congratulations.
When Rudy wakes up, he's been given some time to reflect on what happened. He takes a second to try to find Sylphy, only to realize she isn't there. He looks out the window to not see her, but to see other groups of friends having fun together aimlessly. With this, he's able to recount the time he spends in Roa, and the close bond he's established with Eris in his childhood, only to be thrown away the instant their relationship became intimate. He goes back to his bed, hoping to find any sign from Sylphy, hoping to at least find a note. Instead, he finds a small trace, a piece of what was left behind. And now, Rudius is left alone, just like before. It doesn't matter how long they've known each other, or how they acted to him. Any sense of trust that was established before is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, this was bound to happen. No matter how hard he tries to save these relationships, they're always destined to crumble. Early in the series, Sylphy viewed Rudius as an infallible genius with no faults, always being eager to assist others and never swayed by the negativity from those around him. She strived to be like him, wanting to help friends succeed through insurmountable odds and wishing to ignore how outsiders viewed or regarded her. And while that seems impossible in her world, that never stopped Sylphy from seeing Rudius as the flawless mage she always wanted to be. But meeting him at the university changed that perception. Sylphy realized that Rudy was just as scared as she was. They were both scared of what the world had in store for them, and it was through their time apart that Sylphy remembered something important. A question from her father about Rudius. Are you just gonna sit around letting him protect you forever? Now that she knows that Rudy needs her and that they need each other as a team to confront whatever challenges this strange world throws at them, I'm going to help Rudy. I'm going to be strong enough to stand at his side. I'm going to support him, no matter what.
feeling 君はね確かにあの時私
私のそばにいたいつだって